Hey guys, this is my one credit clear of EspRaDe on the Switch. So you'll see no M2 gadgets, that's because I'm playing on the flipgrip. So a little bit of my history of this game. I started playing shmups about 2 years ago, and this was one of my first purchases. I attempted to learn the genre with this game, and I do not recommend that at all. I tried and bashed my head into this game over and over. Got nowhere. Got just really frustrated and moved on to Mushi Himasama, which was infinitely better for a beginner. So I swore off this game. I put like 80 hours into this just trying to figure it out, but I just didn't have the skill set and I wasn't learning it from this game. So yeah, don't start out with EspRaDe. It will hurt you. This game is punishing. There's not a lot of huge patterns. There's just a lot of small patterns that interweave with each other, and you just got to be aware of a lot all at once. So anyway, yeah, I gave up on trying to clear this game. Went away, been playing pretty solidly for a couple years, honing my skills and getting more clears, and then I've been participating in this Shmup Junkie Discord caravan competition that Octane runs weekly, or not weekly, but every week or 2 or 3, or whatever it is. And he picked EspRaDe, and I was like, all right, you know, I guess I hadn't sold it, so might as well see what I can do after a couple of years off and get better at the genre. See if I can return triumphant. It's my Rocky 2 moment. And it worked out. This was actually my first attempt at a 1cc with JB 5th. I always used Yusuke. I'm not sure why, I don't know. But JB was, I mean, it proved to be the much better choice for survival. Especially because his wide shot causes a lot more slowdown in the bosses, which is a huge help. So if you don't know the mechanics of the game, you have a power shot, which is the straight line. So you want to stick your power shot onto the enemy, and then you have a small window in which to kill it with your main shot. So however many power shots you're stuck on the enemy when you kill it, that's what your multiplier becomes. You also have a guard barrier, that's the green bar on the left, bottom left. You can hold that down or just tap it. If you hold it, the circle will get bigger around you, and that does contact damage, and it uses up more meter. So I think you can get like 2 full held bombs out of that. But what I like to do is kind of medium bombs, where I'll hold it for a couple seconds and then let go, and I can get, I think, three bombs out of that, as opposed to using up the meter more quickly. And JB also does very good point blank damage just because of the wide shot, all just going right into their face at once. So yeah, I don't know about scoring, but for survival, I definitely recommend JB. There are 2 scoring extends, one at 4 million, one at 8 million. But you know, I'm not focused on scoring, and I ended up with something like 120 million, not sure, but well over what I needed for the extend. So as long as you're peppering in your power shot, you'll be alright with the extends. Took the advice of Mark from the Electric Underground, who discovered that your hitbox actually moves around when you shift left and right. So, but if you hold the power shot and the main shot at the same time, it remains steady. So that's what I do for pretty much the whole game. I've got 2 different buttons for my main shot. One set to rapid, one set to normal, and then so I can hold the power shot while in focus speed or full speed. I think I panic bombed there, but I'd already dodged what I was worried about, so got lucky. So I got that times 16 multiplier, and then all of these pickups add to the timer. You'll see it going up right under the times 16, and that carries over into the next stage, so pretty helpful for scoring, if that's what you're after. And then if you had 200 of the red pickups, you'll see they're starting to go back up now. If you have 200 of those for your and bomb, then you'll get refills from the next enemies and refill your gauge. And that goes up by 100 every time you bomb. So next time I bomb, I won't get a refill until I hit 300 of the red power-ups. On the character select screen, which button you press to pick your character influences the order of the stages. Stages 2 and 3 only, actually. Everyone has the same their own first stage, and then 2 and 3, if you hit the main shot, it gives you one route, and the power shot's another. I hit the power shot. I like to have this stage third, the school, because I think the boss is easiest. And he's still pretty difficult, but he's easier than the other two. So I normally play on arcade stick pretty much 95% of the time, and decided to just try out the flip grip because my kids were on the TV. I think it happens kind of often with me where if a game is really kind of getting to me and I'm getting a little frustrated and worn out with it, and a little change of scenery really helps. A little change of input device, something, change rooms, I don't know. Something to just keep your mind on its toes, where you kind of just fight the complacency of doing the same thing over and over the same way. Yeah, so he's got 5 health bars when he's the third boss, so pretty difficult. This attack you'll just want to slowly shift left or right, which you'll see is a common theme with a lot of the boss attacks. Just slowly shifting to the side of the screens works well. These gunners, you want to get right up in their face with your point blank them take them out as quickly as possible. And just focus on staying right beneath them, get those power shots. So these ones are aimed. Just tap dodge, take them out. Yeah, the flip grip, I know it gets some flack because you gotta use the Switch Joy-Cons, but I really will defend the Switch Joy-Con analog stick. The thing has the shortest throw. So tap dodging, tap dodging on the Joy-Con is simple. I love it. It's very easy. So this game you don't have a lot of rapid tapping or anything like that, so hand fatigue's not a big deal. So not a bad choice for the flip grip. Here's where he clones himself, so this is the hardest section here of this boss. I think I bomb, which I would recommend if you get in trouble. Yeah, if you're in trouble, bomb, because you're gonna get hit. The hitbox looks small. It makes you think it's small. It's not small. So going into stage 4, this is when it picks up in the difficulty. And there's also an extend. So I didn't actually hit, you'll see I bombed, but I didn't have 300 of the red pickups yet, so I'm not getting my refills. But normally if I was with Yusuke, I'd have my refills there. But this is a hard spot to refill. But okay, so you'll hear the train coming on the right. You want to line up just right on top of it. And there's an extend that you can barely see. So if you're right on top of that train, you'll get the extend. So you want to quickly take out enemies around it And you can't just sit there immediately because they'll shoot at you and you gotta move and you'll miss it. So you kind of gotta wait till the last second. So this game is all about knowing enemy placement. You see I got my gauge refill is there. And knowing enemy placement is imperative in this game. There's no way around it. Those turtle dudes kind of scare you, but the bullets are easy to dodge if you stick under the train thing. So you want to... there's a lot of these trains that come up, and a couple of them you can leave if you have to. Like right here, I'm pretty sure I don't take out all of these guys. You can leave them on screen and they'll just scroll past, no big deal. Don't kill yourself trying to take out everything on the screen. Yeah, like I said, enemy placement is super important. Especially, like, you have to, especially the big enemies, they have so much health that you need to know where they're gonna be and just be right on top of them, because they have a surprising amount of health. So this guy's kind of a wall. The first, if you're inexperienced with this game, it's pretty difficult. But my strategy is basically just slowly shift right. Pretty much that's what I do all the time here. And that's where the wide shot comes in handy. You can be on the side of the screen, you're still hitting them. Yeah, I definitely recommend using bombs here if you have the resources. We have that times 16 again. That's always fun to start the next stage with some big multipliers. A little confidence boost even if you're not trying to score. Stage 5, this one's a long one, and a lot of large tanky enemies combined with tons of little popcorn guys. A lot of overlapping patterns here. So this is where stage 5 especially, you gotta know what's coming. This game is not one where you can just panic dodge and get out of bad situations. If you're in a bad situation, you're most likely going to take a hit or need a bomb. Like this guy just sits here for so long, it's ridiculous. Look at this. You want to hang back, and those red bullets will form their own openings for you. Almost a full recharge there. So this yellow guy, I like to take out the big tank guys around him first, just to clear some space to focus on him. So you see I was all the way right and that wide shot still killed him, so love JB. I had a lot of troubles with these yellow enemies with Yusuke, even though I think he has a stronger shot. It's just the wide shot is nice. This part I had to practice a lot. It was a little tricky. This little turret takes a lot of damage too. Coming up to the mid-boss, almost. You know, I'm sitting pretty good. I'm 6 lives, so I'm starting to get pretty confident at this point. Usually I take a couple hits on stage 4. So this boss, mid-boss, is pretty fun. You'll see everyone's strategy is just do these big circles. Focus on the turrets on the side when you can, take those out as soon as possible. But you can't really sit still over here. There are going to be times where you go up to go around and you're already blocked by a line of bullets. Just turn around, like there. Had to backtrack. It's tough. It's so easy to get clipped on this guy. Especially when those yellow trucks will throw bullets out when you think you're safely covering them. They'll still shoot you. I don't know. Not sure how I got out of this one without getting hit. So going into the Alice section. The little jumping Alices everywhere. Little squeak toys. Or I think they're clones. I don't know what the hell's going on in this story. But this is where the wide shot really does good work. So I use my power shot in the middle to take out those turtle dudes, and then mostly just try to use the wide shot. Tanks are no problem, so. No, you don't want to. This is not well routed. This is just abusing the wide shot, really. I think I take my first hit from these jumpers. So even when you get up and around this jumping Alice section, you're still not out of it. They come up and jump higher than they had before. See, she's way up there. So my first hit, and making it almost to Miss Garra with all my lives, that was nice. In my head, I'm pretty much guaranteed my clear from here. So here comes Miss Garra. She is really the main difficulty. This statue head thing, I just do the same thing with the stage 4 boss, just try to read the overlapping patterns and shift right. And then I'll come back. After I take out the first phase, when she blows up a little bit the first time, let's see here in a second. Right there, I get a cancel. Then I bomb, because this second phase is nasty. There's 3 overlapping patterns to deal with. And I bombed twice on this. I got the resources, so if you got them, use them. Then she'll do this pattern. It's tricky. She flies left and right pretty rapidly, and she does these walls. Sometimes you can cut back through them, and sometimes you just gotta try. It's hard to slip through sometimes, so bombing is encouraged. Like that. That's a tough dodge. I'm all out of bombs now, so let's see what I can do. This one's tricky. I like to stay on the bottom and just slowly tap dodge. The hard part comes, like, I took a hit there. The hard part is the slowdown. It's just really, this is the worst slowdown in the game right here, I believe. It's just stutter starts over and over, and you never know when it's going to pick up again. This one, you gotta be, I was too low on the screen. I would like to start high on the screen for this pattern. You gotta be aggressive and just cut through those walls of blue bullets when you see an opening. And I got the bomb, so I just bombed. This pattern, definitely need to practice. I wasn't ready for it. So I think she does, it's like 8 shots, and then she does 8 rapid shots, so. And then it restarts. So you figure out your own way, little pattern of dodging and try to stick with it. This is one you're going to have to practice a lot. So final phase here. Last attack of the game. The purple hands are always pointed down towards the screen, down, and then the blue ones are aimed at you. So you go above her for the purple, and then swoop down around her and get some damage while she's aiming blue at you. Yeah, I've got plenty of resources. I'm going to bomb a few times. This attack really takes a long time. And when you do charge a bomb, she flies off the screen, so you can't hold it for long. You gotta just do a quick charge. A bad spot there. And this is when I get a little sloppy and try to take her out, because I've got 2 lives and full bombs. So I've had enough of her. There we go. Alright. So that's clear, and probably never going to pick this game up again. But if you want to clear it, I hope this can provide some use for you. Alright, see you for the next one. Thanks for listening.
Presented by K.